Welcome to Low Key PD. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to share your Google Calendars with others. So when you're in your settings page for the specific calendar, right underneath these sort of generic settings up here, you'll see that you have access permission for events and share with specific people or groups. All right, so if we look at the access permission for events, one of the options you have is to make your calendar publicly available. And this will make it available even by search. So people not in your organization, random users, whatever, it'll be there. And one of the things that you might use this for is if you have a Google Calendar, you run a business, and you need the general public and your customers to be aware of certain calendar events, you can certainly put a Google Calendar on your website, and anybody who's on your website would be able to see it, that kind of thing. I'm also a member of an organization, so I could make it available to my organization. And if I do that, I also get to choose what permissions others in my organization would have. Right now it's set to see all event details, or I could set it to see only free and busy. Whether or not I'm free or busy, they wouldn't be able to see the details. They would just be able to tell, oh, he's busy during this time. If I share it with specific people, they can also be permitted to make changes and manage sharing. I'm not going to do that here, but if you go down a little bit further, you do get to share with specific people or groups. So if you have other people that you work with and you want them to have access to this calendar as well, you can add people or groups. But the and groups here is really interesting. If you use Google Groups and you're a member of a Google group, you can add that group to this calendar, even if these people are spread out over a very large geographic area. Right? And when you do that, you can also change their settings as well. So that's a different email I have. So I could update these permissions to see only for your busy time, hide the details, see all event details, make changes to events so I could reschedule the event, set it for a new time, add a notification or whatever, add an agenda or notes or something like that. Or I can set it to make changes and manage it sharing, which means I can do all of the stuff I just mentioned, and then I can also share this calendar with other people if I grant that permission to my other account, which currently I have. Right, so if you have a Google Calendar, it might not be a bad idea, and you might need to make that calendar available to others. Several ways you can do that. Lastly, if you look here at this little pill-shaped button, get the shareable link, click on that. This would be a link that you can copy and send out like in an email, and the recipients of the email can click on that. It will take them to this calendar, and it should give them the option to add that calendar or subscribe to that calendar. But this is the link that is specific to this calendar.